טף שחור מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן לו. אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. 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 לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה.
העדק נוהר במבואות עפר ועולה העבר בשבילי עפר וחכך עוצמת צימבלים מלבד משך הצללים ערב בא, ערב בא. שוב הרוח לוחש בין גדרות גנים וצמרת הברוש ונמות יונים וחכך על כתף הגבעות עוד נושקות קנאים אחרונות ערב As you've already seen, we have a whole band here tonight. As I started the day, it was me on my own. And today, like, well, the flourishing of the desert, we had the most incredible lineup with us this evening. We really hope that you're going to sing and enjoy this service. You might need to sing, you might need to dance as well. Feel free to just get up and do so wherever you are. Gabby, this is not the traditional kind of music, no apologies, but I hope you'll also let yourself go and enjoy the music tonight. Would you please now rise as we light the candles? We say together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu k'madlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Please be seated. And we can carry on with wonderful flowering, and this time the flowering of the fields being jubilant, with all the trees and the forests singing with joy. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. Asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. Asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya, asiranu kol atzeya. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. Ya'alod Sadai, v'chol asher bo. Ya'alod Sadai, ay 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 ay. From the modern contemporary music of Israel, we now turn to a Sephardi tune, a Sephardi melody, to L'Chadodi. You might want to turn on in your books just a couple of pages and you will find it. L'Chadodi lekrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi, l'Chadodi lekrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi lekrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'netilah. L'Chadodi, l'Chad שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבת תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי בעורק ומאורי, אורי שתדברי. כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Song for Shabbat. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. עלי אסור ועלי נבר, עלי היגיון בחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך הרנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. Some of the young people who are here on the bima. 3 of them have just arrived back from the LJY Netzer Israel tour. There are others in the congregation, hence the claps as well. Hopefully there's going to be other little bits of fill-ins also. So please just join in with us. Enjoy the fun. Enjoy this service. Would you please rise as we begin the service proper with the Baruch Hu. And we continue together. We praise you, Eternal One, our God, Sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will sets the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the hosts of heaven. We praise you, O God, whose word makes evening fall.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amahata, Amcha. Torah u'mitzvot, hukimu mishpatim, otanu limadata, otanu limadata. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofteinu, B'vneinu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki chen chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uv'achem negeyomam v'layla, negeyomam v'layla. V'yachavatcha al ta'asu, v'meinu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Please rise.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavacha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi matzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ug'shaltam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu le'tot afot bein einecha uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'ish arecha. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Leman tizkeru v'hasitchem et kol mitzvotai. Le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti etechem Me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Please be seated. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, eternal one, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly, we accepted your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, whoa. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, whoa. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the,
I've been waiting in the Mihamoha, Bailim Adonai, Mihamoha, Nega Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Vele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Vele. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the sea. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום. Hamidenu, Malkeinu, Lechayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust.
Ashkivenu Adonai.
Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai,
Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim, Eternal God, guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace. We praise you, O God. May your sheltering peace descend on us and all who dwell on earth. Please rise.
sweet mother, uncome.
Adonai Sefetai.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Na Sefetai tifta. Na 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 na
I think we might start that one
It's very
again.
hard. Can
you
Fred's
take
I
off
think you've got
Freddie
a capo on,
Nicopo?
which is actually, there we go. There we go. We're on the right track now. There we go.
Na 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 Adonai, Adonai na Sefetai tifta. Adonai na Yufiagit, Yufiagit tehilatecha, Yufiagit tehilatecha. Na 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 na
Eternal God, open up all our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanura, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, Zocher Chastei Avot v'Imachot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'achava, Melech Choser U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. And not written in front of you, but on a theme, but a feminine theme rather than the masculine paternal theme that the majority of the Amidah is in.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Now I know I'm not alone.
Now I know I'm not alone.
'Cause I've been far,
I've been far,
but now I'm close.
now I'm close.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul,
Heart and soul,
breath and skin.
breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything. Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
'Cause mother, I need some help tonight.
'Cause mother, I need some help tonight.
And what went wrong
What went wrong
will soon be right.
will be right.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me say?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me say?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul,
Heart and soul,
breath and skin.
breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Oh, mother, this world is strange.
Oh, mother, this world is strange.
Love me, mother, and make me brave.
Love me, mother, and make me brave.
For in my dreams,
In my dreams,
or on this stage,
on this day.
oh, mother, this world is strange.
Oh, mother, this world is strange.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me say?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul,
Heart and soul,
breath and skin.
breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
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 Source of all, your vital energy sustains our world, redeeming it from lifelessness. The wind blows and the rain falls, the sun shines and the dew descends. With love you sustain the living. With great compassion you embrace the dead in life. You are the support of the falling, the healing of the sick, and the release of the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of all strength? Who is your equal, mighty author of life and death, planting the seeds of redemption? Trusting in you, we see life beyond death. Blessed are you, Almighty, embracing the dead within life. Kadosh ata v'norah shemecha, ve'ein lanu Eloah mibaladecha, Baruch ata Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים אסר אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
And together, our God and God of our ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. In your gracious love, Eternal One, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts. And may all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, Eternal One, for the holiness of the Sabbath. We continue. Say Adonai Eloheinu ba'amacha Yisrael, utfilatam b'hava t'kabel, uthil ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch ata Adonai, she'otecha levadecha, b'yira na'avot. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, le'olam va'ed. Tzor chayenu magei nishenu, ata hu l'dor v'ador. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הבקורות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech hador lechol hashalom. Ki ata Israel Amcha, Tasim
Osei HaShalom. Pause for a few moments of our own thoughts. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, O God, our rock and our Redeemer.
Say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol bnei Adam. Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom b'romav, Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
With so much going on in the world around us, so much turbulence, how wonderful to have some peace and quiet in Oakland's Gate. You can tell it's the summer holidays. No scouts, no brownies next door, just quiet. Just a beautiful time to be able to celebrate the beginning of a Shabbat with friends, with family. May we all feel the peace wherever we are. We turn now to our concluding prayers, and if you would please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teik dula liotzer bereshit, asher sam chelkenu liached et shemo, v'gor aleinu lachamlich malchuto. On this day, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the task that our ancestors tried in all their higher moments to fulfill, to bring nearer a time when all your children will understand that they are sisters and brothers, so that one in spirit and fellowship, they may be forever united before you. Then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet shall be fulfilled. Adonai, Melech Adonai, Malach Adonai, Yimloch leolam va'ed. On this Shabbat, we remember those who died in recent days. We're saddened to announce the deaths this week of Gemma Karpus, the daughter of Daphne and Colin, sister of Michelle, of Jack Lyons, partner of Bobby Riesel, father of Ian, Sandy, and Roz, grandfather of Aaron, Emily, Rachel, Ben, Liam, and Sam. And Lawrence Levy, the husband of Susan, father of Anthony, grandfather of Samuel. And we recall those who died at this time of the year in years gone by. Anne Finkel, the mother of Valerie Crash. David Driffel, father of Duffy, grandfather of Phil and Debbie. Gigi Keynes, the mother of Barbara Conn. Jean Betty Goldstein, the mother of Howard. Marie Elizabeth Gilbert, the mother of Andrea Goldstein. Sally Fiber, the mother of John and Miriam, grandma of Lily and Freddie, Hannah, Jordan, Harry, and Joel. And Stephen Conradi, the brother of Richard. Zecher tzadikim livracha. May all that was dear and good in their lives endure always as a blessing and as a continual influence for good. As we say together, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mafarach le'olam u'lalmei amaya, Yiparach v'ishtabach v'yitpa'a v'tramam v'yitnaseh, v'tada v'talei v'talal shemei d'kudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromal, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol b'nei Adam, v'imru amen. May the Most High, source of perfect peace, grant peace to us, to all Israel, to all humanity. Let us say, amen. Please be seated. For those in the sanctuary and for Ben as well, if you want to page on until you find the slide for Yad V'Yad, which we're going to conclude with. This very much feels like a legacy service. So many people being remembered through this Shabbat, and so many of the children and grandchildren of those who we've just mentioned here in the sanctuary and participating as well. I know how proud those who have died before would be to see all of you playing, singing together, and being in this congregation as one. It feels very special to be with you all as well. Feels very special to share a Shabbat service with Alan, with Duffy, with Joan, with Terry, with Dave, with Jeff, Renee, with those who I've celebrated so many Shabbats with over the years, and also those who are newer to our community as well. Delighted that Oliver, who normally is up in Edinburgh with the Kat Shalom community, is here this evening. Also Paul from Lincolnshire, newer to our community, and was so lovely to have you here. And sat next to also Jem, who tomorrow morning will have her welcome ceremony in this synagogue. We look forward so much to celebrating good things together, as well as making, hopefully, the more difficult times just a little bit easier. And also welcome for coming to the synagogue for the very first time as well. It's lovely to meet you, and we'll talk together afterwards as well. And welcome to those coming back into our sanctuary after a little while. Well, we've had to start and stop one or two things already, but hopefully you'll agree that it's been a super evening with our wonderful group of musicians and singers. We didn't have time to practice this at all, so let's just see how it goes, because it sort of works, at least with the theme of this service.
Yad v'yad, echad im hasheni, am echad im lev echad, keinanu nadlik mitzuat olam, nadlik hakam echad, yad v'yad echad, ke'nanu nadlik. Im ein kemach ein Torah, im ein Torah ein kemach. Im ein kemach ein Torah, im ein Torah ein kemach. It can be you, it can be me, it can be all of the people all over the world, caring and sharing, hand in hand. It can be you, it can be me, it can be all of the people all over the world, caring and sharing, hand in hand. Im ein kemach ein Torah, im ein Torah ein kemach. Im ein kemach ein Torah, im ein Torah ein kemach. It can be you, it can be me, it can be all of the people all over the world, caring and sharing, hand in hand. It can be you, it can be me, it can be all of the people all over the world, caring and sharing, hand in hand.
Shabbat Shalom to you all. And Alan, if you'd like to pass around the wine and the juice. And please, Ellie, I don't know whether you've got your coffee or what you're on at this time of the day in Cape Cod. But for those of you who are on our live stream, if you'd like to join our Kiddush Zoom room to come and chat with each other after our service, you'll find the link at the bottom of the screen right now. I should have said also that, well, we've been able to have Aaron with us in the sanctuary doing all of our tech for, well, the last probably 18 months, 2 years maybe now. And muzzle tov to you on your A-level results and therefore being able to choose where you want to go to university. Ben, Aaron's cousin, do you see what I did there? It's not all up to you now, but, you know, if you ever want to come in and be in the room as well, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the first night. Another Shehechianu moment for you. And if everybody at home, if you didn't quite get the slides at the right place, I think you probably did, but Ben was doing those tonight and a fantastic job. We literally just chucked him in at the last minute. So please come and please help yourselves to wine, wherever you are, and juice. And if you'd like to stand to make Kiddush, then please feel free to do so. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. B'Shabbat kodsho, b'achava uvratzon hinhilanu, zikaron lemahasei v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'chata, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, Shabbat kodshecha, v'achava uvratzon hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. To all of you, to Nelly, l'chaim. And coming round as well, or maybe on the trolley at the back, maybe you might want to, one of you might want to grab the challah, because I think it is there. And hopefully somebody has got some challah around at home, in your homes as well. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. So Shabbat Shalom to all of those on our live stream. Please do join us together at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning.